back to my channel. So I have a new obsession, and it's chocolate milkshakes. Dairy-free, sugar-free chocolate milkshakes. And I guess it's not really a new obsession because I've always been obsessed with milkshakes, but since I've gone dairy-free and sugar-free, I've had a really hard time finding a chocolate milkshake that, well, I guess I haven't had a hard time. I haven't been able to find a single chocolate milkshake that I could buy that was dairy-free and sugar-free, so I decided to come up with my own, and it turned out so good that I'm like obsessed with it. Like, I literally think about it all day and I drink it every day because it's so good. And it's actually really healthy, so I don't even feel guilty about drinking it every day. But if you guys love chocolate milkshakes, you're gonna be obsessed with this. It's so good. So there's a bunch of different combinations that you can make of this, just depending on what you guys have at home or like what flavors you like. Typically, I usually just like to make just plain chocolate, or I really like chocolate peanut butter also. But I'm gonna show you guys how I typically make it if I'm having it more as like a healthy meal, or if I'm having it like as a treat. But there's so many different combinations you can do. Banana, you could do like chocolate banana peanut butter, just chocolate peanut butter, chocolate almond butter, chocolate banana almond butter. You could also do like maple flavored or coffee flavored or almond flavored. There's just so many different options of what you can do with this. And I guarantee if you guys just play around with the ingredients, you'll figure out like the perfect combo for what flavors you like. But I am gonna go ahead and show you how I make it. And yeah, feel free to play around with this and make it exactly how you like it, because it's gonna be your new addiction, I guarantee. So the main ingredient and the first thing you're gonna need is some sort of nut milk. So I have coconut milk here, but whether you wanna use almond milk, hazelnut milk, cashew nut milk, macadamia nut milk, any nut milk will work really good. I like coconut milk, especially this brand, because it's a lot thicker than the other brands, so it makes the milkshake turn out a lot creamier, but it should work really good with any other nut milk also. And then it's a chocolate milkshake, so you definitely have to have cacao or cocoa powder, either one. I like to use cacao just because it's raw. So as long as you have those two ingredients, you're off to a really good start. And then you need some sort of sweetener. So I follow a pretty low carb diet, and I don't have any sugar in my diet either. And so I use Stevia. This is my favorite brand. It's the Sweet Leaf brand of Stevia. So I really like that one, but other brands of Stevia should work also. You might just need to do a little bit different measurements than I do, just because I know that some vary. So just kind of add it and taste test as you go if you're using a different brand. So if you're not doing a low carb or a sugar-free diet, then you can definitely use maple syrup, and that will turn out really, really well. And then also I've tried this sugar-free maple syrup, and this works great also. So if you don't have Stevia or you don't want to use Stevia, you can definitely use maple syrup or the sugar-free maple syrup. And also, if you don't want to use either of those sweeteners, you can also use frozen banana. If you don't like the taste of banana though, you might not want to do this because it's definitely you're gonna taste it in the milkshake. But if you love banana, then I would definitely recommend putting some frozen banana in, because that'll sweeten it really good also. So once you pick the sweetener that you want to use and you have the nut milk and the cocoa or the cacao, then you're gonna want to pick what flavor you kind of want it to turn out like. A lot of times I typically just do plain chocolate because I'm just in the mood for a chocolate milkshake. And so for that, I'll just put in like vanilla and maybe like a little bit of almond extract, and I like it like that. And then also you can do like coffee extract, or you can do maple extract, or kind of whatever flavor you're feeling. Sometimes I'm like really in the mood for like a coffee flavor. I don't drink coffee, so that's why I get the coffee extract, and I just like the taste of that like espresso kind of taste, so I put that in it. And then also if you're in the mood for like a creamy nut butter, you could do like a peanut butter chocolate milkshake, so you could add peanut butter or almond butter or tahini. They'll all be really, really good in it. So I have this coffee flavor. It's from a brand called Frontier, and it's a non-alcoholic coffee flavor. And then I also have this maple flavor by them, which they're both really yummy. And then I have some Simply Organic Vanilla, which is Madagascar pure vanilla extract. So that's really yummy in it. And then also I have some organic almond extract, which is delicious also. And then sometimes I'll just put like a little pinch of sea salt in it, or Himalayan salt if I feel like it needs that flavor. And then, so we could either do peanut butter or tahini or almond butter, and any combination of like all of these things are like all such delicious flavors that any combination that you feel like, I guarantee it'll turn out really good. So the other thing that you have to have is a creamy ingredient. So if you want to use frozen banana, that turns out really good, makes it really creamy, but sometimes people don't want the flavor of banana. And also if you're doing like a low carb diet like I am, then I don't usually eat a lot of bananas. So instead I'll put in avocado. And what's nice about that is that it's full of healthy fats and lots of fiber, so it's really, really good for you. And it might sound kind of weird to put in it, but I promise you will not taste it at all. And if somebody gave it to you and you didn't know there was avocado in it, I guarantee you would not know it was in it. So just, if that kind of like grosses you out, I promise it's so good. So you definitely need to use an avocado or bananas, or you can use both if you're trying to do carbs and fats. So the last thing that you can do, and this is optional, is add some maca powder. I really like adding this just because it's a really good superfood and it's good for balancing hormones and it improves your mood and is supposed to give you energy. So I have been taking that for a little bit and I really, really like it. And it kind of has like a malty, like nutty flavor, so it actually tastes really, really good with chocolate. So I definitely recommend adding that into your milkshake if you kind of want to make it more of like a healthy smoothie. And then also if you want to make it into a meal, I'll also add this hemp protein, and I just usually add like a teaspoon or two, and it doesn't change the flavor of the milkshake at all. So I haven't tried this recipe with a non-high-speed blender. I'm sure it should still turn out, it just might not be as creamy, but definitely give it a shot still because I bet you it'll be good. But I'm using my Vitamix for mine. And the first thing that I'm going to do is put in 2 cups of nut milk. So I'm using coconut milk, but you can use any nut milk that you would like. This one's just like the creamiest option. This brand specifically is like super thick and delicious. So I definitely would recommend that if you're going to do coconut milk. So I'm going to do 2 cups of coconut milk. And then just put that in. And then I'm going to add my avocado. So either you can do avocado or banana. I really like avocado just because it gives it that like traditional chocolate flavor and it's not overpowered by banana. But totally up to you. Just make sure that you use something that's creamy. So I'm using just half of one avocado. And then I'm going to put in the cacao powder. So I typically do about 3 or 4 tablespoons, just kind of depending on how chocolatey I want it, which I like it really chocolatey. So I'm going to stick with 3 for now, but if I feel like it needs more, then I'm going to add a 4th one. So I would probably start it with 3 if I was you guys, and then just add another one later if you feel like you want it to be more chocolatey. And then you're going to add in your sweetener. So I'm using stevia just to make this really low carb and sugar free. But feel free to use another sweetener if that's what you want to do. So I'm doing about a half of a teaspoon, which is around like 4 droppers full of this brand of stevia. And you can always add more sweetener later if it doesn't seem sweet enough. I just don't want to add too much and overpower it. So I definitely recommend putting some sort of flavor in it. So this is like the base, and then if you want to do like maple flavor or coffee flavor or almond extract or vanilla extract, I would definitely choose one. I mean, I like to do multiple, but I would choose at least one just to give it like a little bit of a richer flavor. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of ice. So if you're using frozen bananas, then you might not need as much ice, but since all of my stuff isn't frozen and I want it to be frozen, I'm going to do a whole cup of ice. So just add this in. And that's like, this is like your basic recipe. So I'm going to blend this up and show you guys what it looks like. So this is pretty thick right now, which is how I like mine. But if you like your milkshakes a little bit thinner, then just either add some more coconut milk or whatever nut milk you have, or you can just add a little bit of water just to thin it down. But check out how creamy this is. I can't even control myself. It's so good. So if you're wanting to have this just as dessert, then I recommend leaving it as it is. and just maybe adding like some maple extract or almond extract or more vanilla extract or something just to kind of make it more like dessert flavored. But if you're wanting to make this more of like a meal, then it's really good that way also. So all I do with that is I'll just add some maca powder, and then I'll add some hemp protein, and then you can add some like almond butter or peanut butter or whatever else you want that sounds good to you. If you want to add more avocado or like double this recipe, you can totally double it, and it works really good. So all I'm going to do is about 1 teaspoon of this hemp protein. Some days I'll do 2, but right now I'm just feeling like doing 1. And then the maca powder, I'll usually just do either half a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon. So right now I'm going to do about half a teaspoon. And then I'm just going to add in some coffee flavor. This stuff is so good. It makes it delicious. So I definitely recommend trying this out if you like that flavor. And then I also like to add maple extract on top of the coffee extract too. Super good. And then sometimes I'll just add like a little pinch of salt. And if you want to add some nut butter, go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to leave this how it is, but I will taste it and let you know how it is. It's so good, you guys. It's like, has such a rich, deep flavor. I'm actually probably going to add 1 more tablespoon of cocoa powder just because I like the cocoa so much. But yeah, I hope you guys like this recipe, and definitely try it. Let me know how you like it, and if you come up with like some cool combinations, comment below and let me know, because I definitely will try them out, like definitely. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope that you enjoy your vegan, dairy-free, sugar-free chocolate milkshakes. Okay, bye guys.
Stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it.